You want to address this Jackie Martling thing at all?
You told them you didn't know me. You told them you don't know me.
No, I know you very well.
I know you well. He just doesn't like it.
You telling everybody you don't like
I
me.
said we had problems, that's all.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did?
Just like anyway, no hating me at all.
Oh.
I love him.
You love Rodney, right? Yeah.
We had a few problems, which I'm sure you remember.
What are the problems, Rodney?
Okay.
Oh, really, Rodney? Because I have problems with him, too.
Everybody has problems.
Let's talk.
I'm sure you recall.
Really? Really, Jackie?
Wow.
Wow.
What is this about?
Hey, can't wait to meet Rodney. I'm a huge fan of Rodney Dangerfield. I think the guy's incredible talent. And Rodney has always been very nice to me, quite frankly.
Yes, he appreciates your talent.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you all about that. But why don't we meet Wally Sparks, Rodney Dangerfield, right now?
Right this way, Rodney.
And here's the man himself, Rodney Dangerfield. Look at you. Beautiful. You're a sight for sore eyes, I'll tell you that, my friend.
Rodney got
Beautiful.
dressed for the show.
Hey, Rodney, you got dressed for the show. All right. You got all dressed up. I admire a
And he
man.
combed his hair.
I admired a man who dresses well. We'll give Rodney a second to sit down. Rodney, we're on TV, too, in case someone told you.
TV too.
Yeah.
All right. I do a lot of television work. Last week I fixed 4 sets.
Rodney, let me just look at you for a second.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything. Let me look at you. You're a legend to me. You're a legend to me. I got to
Yeah.
look you over. I got to look at you. God bless
I'm a
you.
legend. This is what a legend looks like?
Yeah, I can't believe that's what a legend looks
I
like.
can't believe this.
I think a legend would have dressed up a little. So, anyway,
Yeah.
you look fantastic. Did you have any face work
I'm
done?
up early, I'll tell you that, boy. The only time I get up this early is when there's sex involved.
Right. Did you have any face work done? I mean, you look younger than ever.
No face work at all.
Really, you didn't go Hollywood on
I
us?
didn't do nothing.
No skin peels?
I didn't go Hollywood. As they say.
You didn't. You didn't get a skin peel. You didn't get anything like
Nothing.
this.
I got
Nothing.
nothing.
Nothing like this.
Nothing. That's the way I am.
And you're an amazing man because you have the vitality of a 20-year-old. I really mean this. Rodney still masturbates twice a day. Is that true?
know
You
that?
know about that.
I read a book. So,
I've increased it since then. you
really?
know?
You've increased it?
And you should know who I think of.
Who would that be?
Oh, the nicest guys in the world.
Really?
I
You've
know.
really
Yeah,
changed.
really
I can't
good
believe
style,
it.
I'll tell you.
Rodney.
But I want to straighten out one thing, though.
Yes.
I wanted to tell you that I hear you talking all the time that my private part, unfortunately, is smaller than your private part.
How would you know that?
How would I know that? Don't you remember?
Are you serious? Are you being serious? Your
Yes.
penis was always very small?
Very, very small, yes.
And
It's
you've
one of
never
those
admitted that on any other show.
things. But with you, I can be myself.
Right.
Talk about the truth. You know
And
what
you've
I
been
mean?
with many beautiful women. Rodney was he was a married man for many years,
Yes,
right?
and left show business.
And left show business and
Right.
everything for his family. I mean, it was admirable, and you always stuck with your wife. But then when your wife was gone, you could go out and party, right?
Yeah, we had a domestic situation that was rather unusual
Really?
and different. She was ill, my wife.
Yeah, right.
So it wasn't
Right.
quite right.
Right.
But
But I mean, what I'm saying is that then after your wife died, you were able to go out and date because you were famous and you were.
How long did you wait?
Right.
when she was alive, I could do that.
Oh, you could?
Sure.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, wow. What a life.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, because she was ill, you were allowed to date. Oh.
Whatever it was, you know what I mean?
I envy your life.
You do, huh?
Yeah, I surely do.
I got it made, haven't I?
I was shocked when you got married, actually, because believe it or not, Rodney being a Hollywood
He
star.
was a player.
You were a player.
A player?
Yeah, you were a player. I mean, you.
What did I play?
You come on, women. You were pretty good with the ladies. It wasn't like.
Nah, no, I'm not ladies, man.
Yes, you are.
No,
Come on, are
Well,
you
you
kidding?
tried to be.
I used to say with girls, I can hold my own, which is usually what they tell me to do. You know? So,
I saw a picture of your beautiful new bride.
yeah, she's nice. I know.
Oh my God,
She's Mormon from Utah.
is that right?
Mormon, right. And I'm very happy with her.
You are.
In fact, next week I'm marrying her sister.
You're allowed to do that when you're a
I
Mormon.
got my eye on her brother, too.
But Rodney, seriously, before we talk about the movie, your personal.
That's so no problem with the movie.
Yeah, but I want to talk to you about it. But your personal life is really going unbelievably well in the sense that you have this beautiful wife. I saw a picture of her.
He's
like
been married for a little while now.
Yeah, I know, and I mean,
3 years.
she's totally hot. She was like some flower lady or something.
Yeah,
She owned
owns a florist shop.
That's
yeah.
where I met her.
That's
she
beautiful.
owned a flower shop in Santa Monica. About 12 years ago, she had that. Still in that business. And I walked by and I noticed on her forehead she had a sign that said, "I'm easy, I'm easy, I'm easy."
And you
so I
went
said,
for it.
Hey, that's for me, you know.
Was she difficult to get, actually? She probably was. I mean,
Snap.
Really?
Snap.
Spread those legs in 2 seconds.
Well, not that, but
Right.
she was easy to get to know.
She was. Lucky man. I saw her. She was wearing like a little mini skirt. I don't know where you
I
were.
with a small when I went to.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When the first time you took your clothes, when the first time you made love to this woman, I'm being serious now,
What
no
happened?
joke. Yeah, I mean, was she
I
laughing?
said to her, "So far, so good, huh?" She said, "So far, not far enough." That's what happened to me.
Really?
You know what I mean?
She
Yeah.
was shocked that you were so small.
That's right.
Right.
In fact, that was with a hooker. I dropped my pants. She dropped her price. I'm telling you where it's at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. You tell the truth the
Not
way it is.
easy. I went to a nude beach. They told me to park in a handicap section. For crying out loud.
She saw what it was doing down
But
there.
these are the jokes.
You couldn't believe it. So you got a million of them. No, but I'm being serious. If you really truly do have a small penis, which
The
I don't
funniest
believe.
thing is when you say I'm being serious.
Yes.
That's the funniest thing.
I know, because you can't believe it. No, but you being serious about the size of your penis? Because it's embarrassing
When
when
I
you.
lie about something as sensitive and as
Yes,
close as that,
of course you would. Yeah, I bet you're big. I bet you he's really big. I'm telling you.
Well, yes.
Yeah, you are
Extremely
big.
big.
You are big. I knew it. You're one of the
fact,
biggest in show business.
That's right. In fact, the doctor, when I was sick, the doctor told me not to lift anything over 10 pounds.
Right.
And for weeks, and I could never take a leak.
Right.
And so
That's how bad it was.
That's how. Yes. Sure.
But Rodney-
I have big jokes, small jokes,
Right.
all kinds of jokes.
You got a
Whatever
ton of
you
jokes.
want.
But listen to
Whatever
this.
you want.
I'll tell you why Rodney's such a great guy. This is truly a great story. All right? I'm going to lather up your ass right now because this is good.
Hey.
So I did the Tonight Show, like, I don't know, about 2 or 3 years ago or something. The first time I'd ever done the Tonight Show,
Right.
okay, with Jay Leno. And I had done it. I thought I had done a good job, but you know, people tell you do a good job, but you don't know. They're kissing your ass all the time. You never know if someone's telling you the truth. Anyway, so I'm sitting at home, and I don't know how Rodney got my own phone number or what, but all of a sudden, my assistant Laura says, Rodney Dangerfield's on the phone. So I start getting what? Because this is pretty exciting. I mean, I idolize Rodney. Rodney knows
And
that.
you're at home.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not
Rodney's
even
made
like it works.
some of the best films ever. And I mean, when I used to watch even do stand-up and everything as a kid growing up, I mean, I'd just be blown out, because Rodney's the man. So all of a sudden I go, well, I said, first of all, it's a goof. It's not Rodney Dangerfield. It's probably some jackass who's doing a Rodney Dangerfield impression. He's going to tape it and make me look like stupid. You know what I mean? So she goes, no, I think it's really Rodney Dangerfield. I said, get the number, call back, and check with his people that it's really Rodney. So we go through the whole check. It's Rodney. So I get on the phone, and Rodney says, look, he says, no one in our business ever compliments anybody else. He says, I'm at the point in my life where I can compliment whoever I want because I don't have to be
anymore.
jealous.
Yeah.
This is exactly what you said to me. I don't have to be jealous or anything. He said, when I was younger, I wouldn't make a call like this. Who could do this? He says, but when I was young, I forget who the comedian was. There was some comedian that called you after you had done a really good job on The Tonight Show or something. Who was that comedian?
Oh, so many called me.
Oh, really? Oh, there were so many.
I
Yeah.
can't possibly remember.
But you told me the name of somebody who had called you. I don't remember who it was.
I
He
don't
says,
either.
Yeah, but you said, you very rarely got to talk to anyone. No one ever told you if you did a good job or anything like that.
Rodney, do you remember this call?
He probably doesn't. He probably doesn't remember this. You don't remember it, do
But
you?
it's painting me in a great light.
Right, it is. So I'm sitting there and I'm going, wow, and Rodney goes, look, I just watched you on The Tonight Show. I want to tell you, I really dug what you were doing. I understand what you were doing. It was wild. And plus, it was so wild that it was kind of like, sometimes you think like people don't get it or something. You don't know. And Rodney goes, I loved it. I loved everything you did out there, and I just wanted to call and tell you. And I was like, wow.
I remember what you did that night, too. The whole thing, you know what I mean? One thing is said, Jay, how come you tell me never mention Johnny Carson's name around here?
Right.
And he said, I never said that. Oh, you didn't know? I thought you said that. I mean, but you get the shockers in.
Yeah, I kept going at it, and Rodney really appreciated it and just picked up the phone and said it. Now, nobody ever does that. That's why it was like a big gesture, Rodney doesn't have to do that. You don't have to pick up the phone.
You're on the ball there.
I was working good that night, and you dug it, and you gave me a call.
You do the job.
You love Rodney, right?
We
Yeah.
had a few problems, which I'm sure you remember.
What are the problems, Rodney?
This is a pretty inspirational story. When you were a young guy, you always wanted to be a comedian or something?
At 15, I was writing jokes.
Right.
To escape from reality.
Yeah. Because reality was bad?
Terrible.
Were your parents horrible?
My father was never home, and he was out looking to make other kids.
Right. He was a womanizer.
Here, you weren't enough for him.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
He saw you and said, I have to make more.
And my mother brought me up all wrong.
She did.
That's right.
Like, what do you mean by wrong? Seriously.
Her values.
Really?
What were her values?
Money.
Well, money, yes, to make money. She wanted me to marry a rich girl and support her.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So she always said to you, Rodney, I want you to grow up, marry a rich
Her
girl.
objective was to go marry a rich girl.
Right.
See?
Wow. So that put a lot of pressure on you right away. And you said, what kind of values is this? You should marry someone for
I'm
love.
14, asking girls, how much money do you have?
You couldn't believe it, right?
I couldn't believe it. I went to it.
So your own mother, in a sense, you were mad at. True?
Well, you don't get mad at your mother, you know.
Right. But it was shocking to
Hey,
you.
it's my mother. You know?
Right, but you recognized that there was something off
I saw
there.
there's something wrong, yes.
Right. And but was she dissatisfied with her life that she didn't marry a rich man? Was that the thing?
She was dissatisfied with her life for every reason.
Right. So at 15, you're running around.
I was writing jokes.
You're writing jokes.
At 19, I was a singing waiter.
No kidding.
I sang
Let
songs.
me hear you sing.
I never heard
There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover tomorrow. Just you wait and see.
So that job didn't last long.
No, I got fired.
Right.
I worked at the Polish Falcon in Brooklyn. Sally Marcel, Lenny Bruce's mother, was the mistress of ceremonies. I sang and they threw money at me.
So Lenny Bruce's, did you write jokes for Lenny Bruce?
No. I met him through his mother at the time. He was young. He was in the Navy when I met him, you know?
Right. So that's way back.
Right.
And a genius, Lenny Bruce? I mean, did you like the guy?
Yeah, very good, very good.
Nice guy?
Yeah, very sweetheart.
And did you say, hey, Lenny, what are you doing so many drugs for? Did you...
I had experience with him with that where it would turn me off terribly, you know what I mean? But
right.
Listen, you can't...
Because you were never into that scene, right?
No.
You
Pot,
were,
you know, but...
Little pot, that's it.
That's it.
Right. But you had it under control.
Listen to Jackie.
Yeah, right. Hey, pot's okay. So, all right, so you meet Lenny Bruce, and I mean, that you know, because so much has been said about him, I can't imagine what he was like, but he had to be a pretty wild guy. But you've seen tons of comics do themselves in with drugs. I mean, the late Sam Kinison, who we both agree was brilliant.
Genius.
But the guy just couldn't get his whole drug use thing under control at all.
It's tough, you know, when you're too good, something happens to you, I guess. And it's tough to keep it straight, you know, when you're in show business.
Was anything more brilliant than Sam's brief appearance in your film, Back to School? I mean, was anything more brilliant?
Absolutely dynamite.
That's one of the best scenes on film ever.
And all his bits were done. This is sand, you know, all tremendous.
He was tremendous.
You know.
In fact, Rodney was one of the first comics to really give Sam a break.
I think that was where I first saw Sam, was on one of his specials.
The HBO special.
Right.
Yeah.
Rodney brought him out, which...
Had a lot of people in those specials, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Jerry Seinfeld, Roseanne Barr, Tim Allen, Jeff Foxworthy. He mentioned them all.
Yeah, I know.
He did about 9 of them and put all these guys on. I'm happy they all made it. You know?
Yeah, it was really good. But I know that's the first time I ever heard Sam Kinison, because I happen to think Sam Kinison was one of the most brilliant comics that ever lived. That ever graced this planet, and it's sad to see him gone. So, all right, so you're this young guy, you're writing jokes for other people, but you never got up and told jokes yourself? Until what age?
Kid?
Yeah.
I was 19.
19 is when you started...
waited, then I would start telling jokes.
Right, you start telling
jokes. I
jokes.
worked in tough joints.
Right.
If you did bad, they want to beat you up. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had one bouncer said to me once, I think you stink. What do you want to do about it? You know?
Yeah, right. So it was...
After I beat him up,
right.
Then I went to...
So when you did these gigs and you went around and everything, it was frustrating to you because you felt you were funny, you knew you were a good comic, and yet things weren't breaking for you, right?
How good can you be going to the floor the first time? You know what I mean? How good can you be? I used to get $5 for 2 shows on Saturday.
Right.
And one time the owner says to me, the waiter's doing MC. I told him, here's a dime back car fare. It was a nickel that we went up to the Bronx for Subway. And so I said, being a true thespian,
right.
I said, well, can I be a waiter for the night? All right, give me 4 tables in the back somewhere. So, you know, the whole thing was to make a buck.
Right. And the thing was, because the thing I always read about you was that, like, at 40 years old, you quit the business. You said, that's it. I can't take it. I can't make a living doing this.
To give you an idea how well I was doing at the time I quit, I was the only one who knew I quit.
Right. There was no big announcement in the newspaper.
Party, nothing.
Rodney Dangerfield's leaving. So the thing is that it had to be frustrating to you because inside you believed in yourself. You knew you were funny, and yet the business was being cruel to you.
No, I tell you, I didn't know. It was just something. I was immature then.
Right.
I wasn't mature. I had no image.
Right.
So I quit it and got married, and I found out making a marriage work is tougher to get work in show business.
Yeah, right. Made show business look easy.
That's right.
Got married, and for a while you were like a salesman and stuff. This is inspirational.
What kind of salesman was he? I've always heard that he was
I sold
aluminum siding, right?
Aluminum siding. I painted
kidding.
houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, and is aluminum siding the ugliest crap in the world,
And
or
how
what?
do you get people to buy
I
that?
wouldn't say that. No,
Yeah.
there were jobs up there. I'm still up there 20 years later.
Really? Do you ever go back
People
and...
call me, remember you did my house.
Yeah, they don't even care that you're a comic. They just...
There's many funny stories I can tell you about that.
Where did you sell the aluminum siding?
I was in Englewood, New Jersey for 10 years.
Could you imagine?
I'll tell you something. So I sold people a job. You know, on Saturday, Sunday, they're watching Ed Sullivan, and they see me walk out on Ed Sullivan under a different name.
Wow.
My name, Jack Roy, the real name, so I'm siding. Then they see Rodney Dangerfield. So she says to the mechanic, is Mr. Royce also in show business?
Yeah.
He says, yeah, he's just setting aside, you know.
Wow.
On the side, Ed Sullivan.
Yeah, Ed Sullivan's the side gig.
Yeah, it's a side
So
to,
even when you
aluminum
were,
siding.
so even when you were back doing Ed Sullivan, you were still selling the aluminum siding, and people would tune in and see their aluminum siding guy on Ed Sullivan.
That's right.
That had
That's
to be
amazing.
That had to be
Weird,
amazing.
isn't it weird?
And it's a weird sort of place to be in that you're selling aluminum siding, and you want to feel like you're in
doing
show
Ed
business.
Sullivan.
And Sullivan let me announce it to anybody here want aluminum. I'll be happy to do it. He was very
Is that right?
Very nice.
Would he really let you do that?
Very nice.
What a gentleman. You never had any problems with Ed Sullivan.
No, always nice to me. One story I'll tell you quickly, okay?
Yeah.
I'm working at Copacabana. I finished the show. He runs over to me. You're just wonderful. Just wonderful. You must do our show. You must do our show. I said, Ed, I'm already on your show. Oh.
No idea you'd done it.
That's right.
It's amazing, man. Guy's like a block of wood. So then you're doing the Ed Sullivan thing and all that, and then when you break
When do
big.
you give up the aluminum siding?
Yeah, when do you decide to give up the aluminum siding business?
When I gave it up,
Could you make money doing it? I mean, did you make good money?
I made a living, you know.
Yeah, right.
Whatever it was. I
Right.
gave it up when I started doing okay in show business, which took a long time.
Right.
I was 44 before I even got a decent job after starting at 40, you know.
And like, were you pissed? Because the whole vibe I always heard was that Rodney was pissed off.
Yeah, he was miserable.
Because show business didn't recognize him until he was in his 40s.
I didn't deserve any recognition when I was younger. I wasn't mature. I didn't have an image. I came back with an image.
Right.
Nothing goes right.
How did you come up with that?
Yeah,
Well, then I came up with respect.
right.
Well, I heard the Godfather talking. Hey, I want some respect. She's with me. Respect her. She's with me. Respect me. Respect him. Respect.
Right.
So I wrote a joke. I don't get no respect. I played hide and seek. They wouldn't even look for me, you know?
Yeah, right.
And fifth, that had caught up, and I wrote thousands of no respect jokes, and I feed the image with the no respect joke.
And when do the chicks and everything start coming to you? I mean, like, does that happen, like, after what point? Like, when you start doing movies? Like, do you start getting hot broads?
In the middle of my first no respect joke, then it started.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
They start doing you in the middle
They
of that.
start lunging at me right in the middle of the joke. I knew I had something there.
How famous do you have to be to have two girls at once? I mean, does that
I
happen?
love two girls at once.
Really? Is that your
Really.
favorite thing?
Oh, yeah. If they fall asleep, if I fall asleep, they got each other to talk to.
No pressure.
I almost screwed that one up pretty good, huh?
Yeah, that's good. And then I got very upset when I heard about you. You had to sue a place that burned your eyes in a sauna room or
Caesar's
something.
Palace.
Yeah,
yes.
I couldn't believe that. Well, how the hell did that happen?
Well, they fixed the steam room by people who were just not steam room people. And I opened the door one night backstage. My show took a steam room, and the whole thing blew up in my face.
Wow,
You know?
wow. And I heard it affected your vision and everything,
I
right?
couldn't see. My right eye is still not right from it. You
No
know?
kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they had a lot of compassion.
Yeah.
They told me if you don't work, you don't get paid. That's the compassion
Nice.
they had, right?
Yeah, so that pissed you off, and you said, I'm going to teach you guys a lesson.
No, they said we're going to want to pay you the days you lost, but only if you sign with us for another 2 years.
That's nice.
So they used bribery. I said, well, what's one thing got to do with the other? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And so it was a whole ugly thing, you know. I'm not looking to sue anybody. I'd rather do jokes.
Yeah, right.
But sometimes you get so furious and so angry. You just
You got to stand up for your rights.
Yeah.
All right. So you've taken some time off between
I want
movies.
to thank you, man. No one's been ever this kind to me as you have been.
Really?
Last week, mentioning the movie, doing the whole thing, and you got your own movie coming out, which I hear is great.
Yeah, well, I'm very proud of the movie coming
I hear
out.
it's dynamite.
Yeah,
man,
it's not
you
till
know?
March 7th, but I'm anxious for you to see it.
Well, see, I will definitely see it, and thanks so much for the mentioning my movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, man, anything you do, I'd go see. I mean, Meet Wally Sparks is coming out. You're talking about Rodney, who's given us so many great movies. Easy
Why
Money.
hasn't he done a movie?
Yeah, why are you waiting so long to do movies? Are you just like relaxing?
Sometimes it's tough to get connected with the right vehicle. This here started 4 years ago.
Right.
Harry Basil, who wrote it with me, had an idea I should do a talk show host. At first, I said, I don't know how to do that. Then we started writing it slowly, and it came together. And all of a sudden, we finished it, and we said, and people read it, and they said, wow, we got something here. This is funny as hell. And
Right.
so we decided to do the movie. That was 4 years ago. So it's 4 years in the making of writing and fixing it up and doing stuff like
Yeah,
that.
right. It takes a long time.
The trouble is, people do things too quickly. They knock together a television show in 1 week. You can't do it.
Right.
My father was in vaudeville. When he went out, he broke in 8 minutes. It took him 10 months to break in 8 minutes for perfection. When I did a Tonight Show, it would take me 3 months to prepare it. People would never know that.
Yeah, people don't realize that.
No, I'm on a panel. It's all prepared. The whole thing. I used to go around for 3 months on and off, and breaking in jokes, doing the whole thing, you know.
Yeah, because you'd make it look look spontaneous and
That's
easy.
right.
And,
You make it look
yeah.
like it's right off the cuff, but it's a play.
Right.
That's what it is.
Exactly. And,
Stars Rodney
it's
Dangerfield.
Rodney
So
Dangerfield.
nice to me. Forget the money you owe me.
Really? Okay,
Forget
skip it.
No,
Skip
I
it.
don't
Skip
want- I
it.
don't
Yeah,
want
all
it.
right,
You're
thank
too
you.
nice.
You're too nice to me.
You've been too nice.
So great Rodney Dangerfield, everybody. We'll be back right after these words.
Thank you very much.
Do you remember Jackie Martling working for you? Or do you know who Jackie Martling is?
Yes.
You do. Do you remember him working for you?
Yes, I took him to Vegas with me for a week's trip. I was working in Westbury, and he befriended me. And he says, "Come on, man, let me go with you for a week." And so I took him to Vegas for a week, and then we came back. And put it this way, our relationship wasn't that favorable to me.
Really?
Yes.
Why? What happened?
Well, I'm not going into detail. I'm just telling you where it was at. That's all.
So it wasn't that good.
Well, no.
It wasn't good
no,
for you. Was
no.
he?
As a matter of fact, he was interviewed recently and told me he caught my act, he told the man, and I never knew that so many of his jokes are in my act. The truth of the matter is, there's exactly one joke that he gave me that is in my act. Okay, one. He says there were so many of my jokes. To me, it's just all jazz. Howard gets along great. Good luck, you know,
Right.
great. But I didn't have a very desirable relationship for the short time that I was acquainted with him.
Wow. All righty.
I know that's a big statement to make, right?
Yeah, that is.
To someone who is loved by everybody and
Yeah.
Jackie the joke man, whatever it is. Huh?
I know.
But I'll tell you where it's at.
What was the one joke that she used?
She was a two-bagger.
She was a two-bag. Oh.
Yeah, that's a girl so ugly. Why would you put a bag over your head in case the bag over her head breaks? That was a joke.
That was a joke.
The air.
Howard, good morning.
Yes, hi.
Good morning, Robin. I had a question for Rodney, but I can actually pose the question to you.
Rodney split. He had a big entourage out there, actually. Rodney, did you see there was a whole thing going on in the halls? Did you check that out?
Yeah, there were a lot of people.
What are you doing over there? What's going on over there today?
I'm working here.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but come on, you're on the air.
I thought the wheels would get me back here, but they sort of
Why?
let me down.
You must fall over in your chair. Robin and I have a reporter watching us right now. David Handelman. He's writing for a TV Guide.
I see, said the blind man.
Yeah. You better be nice to me. What?
I'm just trying to make sure you're the king of all media outlets.
Right. Hey, so when Rodney was here, Ganji was interviewing him, and Ganji said to him, so I understand you knew Jackie many years ago. He goes, yes. She goes, did you have a pleasurable experience with Jackie you'd like to tell us? He goes, I didn't have any pleasurable experiences with And Ganji said he wasn't kidding.
Well, you know what? I noticed that Jackie didn't go over to talk to him.
Yeah, what's going on between you and Rodney?
I don't know. He didn't know me.
He acted like he didn't know you.
That's weird. I don't even know if he saw me.
Are you sure you know him?
Why wouldn't you say hello to him?
Jackie's-
You say hello to everybody else.
I think Jackie was lying. When I first met Jackie, Jackie said that he wrote for Rodney.
I did make that up.
You did, really?
Yeah.
All
Is
right.
that true?
All right, well, then you came clean. Good for you. Oh, Rodney's still here? We should ask him.
Is he still here?
I think Rodney don't like you.
I know.
Wow. Because you used to hang... Did you really hang with Rodney? Be honest.
Didn't he tell us he used to have dinner at Rodney's house?
He said he had dinner at Rodney's house,
Never
him and
said
Paul
that. I
Williams.
never said that.
You said you and Paul Williams and
We had
Rodney.
dinner at Paul Williams' house
You and Rodney.
in Las Vegas. Yes.
All right.
Really? Wow. Uh-oh. Here comes Rodney.
Total strangers.
Really? Just go back to where you were sitting. Really? Rodney, you want to address this Jackie Martling thing at all?
You told them you didn't know me. You told them you don't know me.
No, I know you very well.
I know you well. He just
You
doesn't
don't
like
me.
it.
You're telling everybody you don't like
I
me.
said we had problems, that's all.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did?
Just like anyway, no hating me at all.
Oh.
I love him.
You love Rodney, right?
We
Yeah.
had a few problems, which I'm sure you remember.
What are the problems, Rodney?
Okay.
Oh, really, Rodney? Because I have problems with him, too.
Everybody
I
has
had a
problems.
few
Let's
that, I'm sure you recall.
Really? Really, Jackie? Wow.
What is this about?
This is way too
What are
personal.
all my
Come on,
problems with
I
you
gotta
about
see
Howard?
Rodney's face while this is going
Oh,
on.
you know, hey, Rodney, let me guess what the problems were. He gets jealous of your success.
No.
No.
Not that problem.
Oh, no, not that problem?
I asked Rodney to borrow some money.
Oh,
I know
is that
it was money.
Oh, oh.
Why would
It
you
goes
do
deeper
that?
than that.
Oh, it does?
Did it go deeper than that?
Yeah.
You didn't pay it
Oh,
back.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're on the air. Are we on the air? Of course.
See, I heard
went
something,
deeper than
Howard.
that.
Right.
This doesn't have anything to do with your buddy who rented Rodney's house.
No.
That's a whole
Oh,
different
yeah,
thing.
Jackie.
Millions of years later.
Oh, it is?
It had
What?
nothing
Oh.
to do with me.
Well, all I know is you pissed Rodney off.
Man, I'm not offended or hurt by anybody. You understand? I've been through everything in life.
I really don't know what you're talking about. Because our falling out, I asked you to loan me some money to press
And
my
I did.
album.
I did.
Yeah, and then
Then the next week he came back and asked me for more money.
Ooh, Jackie.
I said, Jackie, it's got to end somewhere, you know?
Right.
Oh,
Is that true?
Wow.
I borrowed some money, and I paid it back, and then I asked to borrow
You
some more.
never
And you
paid me
said,
back, okay? You just came back the next week and asked me to borrow more money.
Rodney, that's not true.
Really?
Well, then
That's-
we have a difference in opinion who got paid back. If you could pay me back, you would have to borrow a second time then.
Right.
Yeah, what kind of
make
payback
sense?
is that to borrow a
I'm not looking to get busy with this, Jackie. It was years and years ago. I wish everybody.
And Jackie
would
still
know.
hasn't paid you back?
Jackie still hasn't paid you back, Rodney?
That's
I borrowed $1,000,
Yeah.
and I gave it back to you in jokes. And you don't remember that?
Oh, Joe.
How do you put a value on
Joke
those?
money.
And that's not true either. Okay.
All right. Well,
man.
see, Jackie, when I met him, he wasn't doing well. He was a loser. Now I turned him into a human being, though.
Howard,
He's behaving better.
According to my records, Jackie has irritated Rodney,
Right.
Eddie Murphy, and Rosie O'Donnell.
Right. Thank God for me, Jackie, putting up with you. You see? I'm not the only
I
one.
appreciate the charity I get from everyone.
You got
All
a
right.
great guy in your corner here, and I
Wow.
wish you the best, man.
Right,
okay?
right.
We're all in this world to try and be happy, and that's all. So
Right.
if you're happy, you're doing great. And I
I'm
have
glad you brought him
no
back.
problem.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad we worked this out.
Because I knew that there was
Yeah.
something going
We had
on.
to clear
Nothing
the
was
air.
said
Right.
between the two of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. It was weird
Because in the scope of life, this is extremely important.
because Jackie's big story has always been how he hung out with Rodney
And you were friends.
and Rodney is his friend and Rodney's his buddy. And then when you were here, I said to Jackie just casually, I said, "Gee, you and Rodney didn't seem to really say anything to one another." And then I guess I never knew about the falling
The
out.
last couple times I saw you, you never said anything about this
He's
at
a
all.
gentleman.
Well, I don't go around.
What is he
telling
gonna say?
anybody
You
about
still
our
owe me money?
story, our
You
personal
called
life.
that first debt square with me. You called it square with me. What, I mean,
Hey, Rodney.
You know,
Rodney.
it's best we don't go over this.
Really?
It really is.
No, it's not. We love
you're
it.
not being straight.
What is it,
You're being
Ganji?
straight.
You tell me I'm lying.
Do you think Rodney would lie, Jackie?
I would lie.
I don't.
What
I
is
don't
it,
think
Gabe?
it was the debt. I think it was that Rodney read that Jackie was claiming he wrote a lot of his jokes.
Oh,
and
really?
it's a lot less than what
Oh,
Rodney
really? I
claims
see.
it to be.
I see.
Someone,
I
you
never
had an
claimed that I
interview.
wrote
You
a
had
lot
an
of your
interview
jokes.
recently where you said that you caught my act, and you were surprised about how many of your jokes are in my act.
I never said that.
That was in the interview, okay?
In where? Show it to me. That's not
I don't
true.
know. That's what the guy said. Okay.
Who's the guy who said that?
I don't know. I don't keep track of these things.
but I'm
I-
telling you, I have never said that.
All right, then forget about it.
Forget it. It's over
Forget
with.
the whole
It's
thing.
over with.
It's 100 years old.
Hey, Rodney, when you were in Natural Born Killers, did you grab Juliette Lewis's ass?
Yes,
Was that
I
nice?
had her behind in my hands.
Beautiful.
I know, but at that time I couldn't appreciate it. My mind was in other things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Jackie interview.
pissed at me.
He was-
Rodney, I never said that. I never said that.
So, okay, forget about it. Case closed.
Yeah, well,
But
Jackie.
they're never going to forget about it.
No, now we're gonna torture him the rest of his life.
Yes, because his
That's the
one
other
friend
thing.
turned out not to be a friend. He ruined
If
the
you need some more
friendship.
money, I'll loan it to you.
You see what I mean,
I'm loaning
Rodney?
you some now.
Jackie, yeah. Now Jackie's doing pretty well from the show. You know, now he has
That's
money.
great,
Why don't you pay?
that's
Why don't you pay Rodney
Yeah,
back
why
his
don't you
money?
give him his money back?
Why don't you give him his
I don't
$1,000?
want nothing
I
back.
paid him back in
okay?
jokes. What kind of thing is that? Did he give you jokes when you asked for money?
I pay him back in jokes. Thanks. Give me
Pay you
cash.
back in
Call that
jokes.
Yeah. Well, Rodney,
Whatever it is.
what is it?
He also said that when they went to Vegas together,
Right.
Jackie would get drunk all the time.
Right.
And then when
Ver-
people would come up to Rodney and say, "Hey, Rodney, how's it going?" Jackie would be like, "Why aren't they paying attention to me?"
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. I listen.
I
Jackie
know you
and I
didn't say that.
Jackie went through
No,
that.
You
said
didn't
to
say
me.
that.
Jackie and I
How
went
come
through
they know
that.
You, they didn't know me.
Jackie,
Oh,
yeah, right,
come on,
exactly.
Rodney.
Jackie, you
Exactly.
don't even know what you do.
Nobody.
Jackie, that's
Please.
Ja-
Oh,
Jackie.
this is bull crap.
Jackie, that's your MO.
Yeah.
That's your MO. See? What'd I
They
tell
didn't
you?
even know me on Long Island then. I would have done that.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you would.
What
When you're
about
drunk-
me?
I could see me screwing around, turn to Rodney and say, "Gee, I can't believe they know you and they don't know me, fooling
You say I
around."
can't believe.
Yeah.
How come they know you and they don't know me? What's the difference,
I
man?
really would have said that.
It's unimportant.
It's over
You're
with.
all crazy.
It's
Rodney, it's
unimportant.
over with. That's what can
Thank
you do?
God you got away from him, Rodney. That's all I got to say.
I would have never said that. In a million years, I would have never said that.
Yeah, but I've heard you say a
I'm
few
wrong.
things. Right.
I'm wrong.
Rodney says he's wrong.
Okay?
So I actually turned to you and said, how come they know you,
And they don't
a
know
television
me.
personality, and me, who
I'm
nobody
wrong,
could
and that's
possibly
it.
know?
I'm wrong,
Jackie,
and I'm
you-
sorry. Okay, you happy?
All right, there it is. There it is. What are you going to do? Let bygones be
But you know,
bygones.
we all know what Jackie can be like when he's drinking.
Right.
Jackie,
Jackie-
I
knows
admit I
himself.
drank.
When Jackie was drinking, I'm going to tell you something. When I first met Jackie, I had many of the same stories Rodney has.
Yes.
I'm telling you, Jackie, you gave me a hard time. What about me? I don't get credit. I don't get credit.
Cheap
Jew,
Cheap Jew. Where's my champagne every minute? But I hung in there with the guy. I like the guy. I think he's very talented. Very
Great,
talented.
great,
Super
man.
talented guy.
Everyone,
He's a lot less bitter now.
Listen, as far as doing things for people, I think no one has done more for comedians than I have.
Right,
With
right.
every show, I've catch him, go look at him, find him,
Right.
and whatever it was. So I'm not looking to do anybody any harm.
Right, right.
I didn't have to take you to Vegas with me. You know what I mean?
I know that.
Right.
You're on your knees begging to go with me. I said, okay, come on.
Right. You were nice to him. And you're
No, but anyway, whatever it was,
Yeah.
I wish you the best today. You couldn't be with a better guy than Howard.
Thank you,
all right?
Rodney. Thank you. Thank you again, Rodney. I didn't mean to bring up this ugly thing, but it started in on the.
I had no idea it existed.
Why wouldn't you say hello to him, Jackie?
Yeah, Jackie. Why don't you say hello to Rodney?
You
I
said over
think-
there you didn't even make an approach.
You know, I get my balls broke for approaching any celebrities that come in
You're
here.
so full of it.
right, all
Don't
right.
tell me I'm full of it.
No, but you
So
know
pissed
him.
off.
But you know
You get
Rodney.
your balls
broken.
You can't say hello?
You can say hello to Rodney?
You get your balls broken for approaching celebrities that you don't know, but Rodney, you know.
And he didn't say hello to me. What am I going to do? Hey, remember me?
I didn't see you when I came in.
I know.
Right,
I'm
right.
a
But
thousand
you
miles
went,
away.
oh, come on. Jackie, you
Anyway,
know you get up and
case
say
closed.
hello to
Case closed, right, Rodney?
Where we going?
But, nah, that's it. That's it.
That's the
Listen,
story.
never mind Jackie. Go see Wally Sparks.
There you
Meet
go.
Wally
About
Sparks.
things I know about drugs, prostitution, things I'm familiar with,
Yeah, things that you've lived.
that I've been through.
Right. Hey, thanks, Rodney. I'm
All
sorry.
right, my pleasure,
You know,
baby.
what can I tell you?
As
What
long
can
as
I-
you two keep getting along, that's what.
That's all that matters.
We don't get along any better than
Yeah,
you
believe
do.
me. We don't get along that well.
They don't
Well,
speak
if
either.
you say that, that means you're getting along.
If he would give me back my money, I'd be happy. Borrow money
What are
from
you
me.
doing hitting up Rodney for money?
Hey, what are you hitting? I don't understand. So why are you hitting up Rodney for money? That's a good question.
I was trying to borrow money to press my
But
second
don't
album.
hit up
why
Rodney.
him?
I asked. I wasn't asking
Nah,
for a
you did the wrong thing.
handout.
No,
All right.
The guy's employing you. Why hit him up for a loan?
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
scrape and claw in the beginning. You never get anywhere. So I was scraping and clawing. I admit it.
Man,
and he said, "No,
everything
what's
is
the big
cool.
deal?"
Listen, I used to rob grocery stores when I was trying to get
Okay,
ahead,
so
you
it's the
know.
same thing.
Yeah, but at
what's
least
the difference?
well, at least you didn't ask anybody for
Yeah,
anything.
you're wrong.
You took what you had to take.
The only thing I asked for was to borrow money to get a gun. That's only borrowed money. When I went out and robbed grocery stores, gas stations, whatever I could pick up.
With borrowed money. That's right. Thanks, Rodney.
So what can I tell you?
All right. Meet Wally Sparks. That's the
Meet Wally
point.
Sparks.
Go see the
All right.
movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go see
All right.
Rodney.
Howard,
Thanks,
the best
Rodney.
again. Thank you so much.
Thank
again.
you, Rodney.
Jackie, the best to you. That's all ancient history, okay?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not what happened.
All right.
All right, whatever you say is the truth. How's that? Anything you say is the truth.
Thanks, Rodney.
Howard, thank you so
Thanks,
much,
Rodney.
I'll be talking to you.
All right, man. We love you. Thanks, Rodney.
Thank you, bye.
That's Rodney Dangerfield, everybody. Truly a great comedian. Obviously, Jackie, like all of Jackie's relationships,
Always ruining a good connection.
always a ruined relationship. See, in the beginning, every day I was like,
Gonna
oh,
curse.
Jackie.
And never told us there was a problem between him and Rodney. Or every story
Never
we've
told
ever
us he
heard,
borrowed $1,000 from Rodney.
Every story we
Of
ever heard
course
was
I-
about the good times he and Rodney used to have.
Meanwhile, here's the reality. So Rodney's sitting there. Jackie hits him up for $1,000. And it's for making those dopey records of his in his
Yeah.
basement.
That's true.
You see? And Rodney goes, what the hell am I financing? Tinker Toys.
Right.
That's not true.
So he gives him the $1,000. Jackie doesn't pay it back.
Paid it back
I
in
was
jokes.
writing
No,
jokes.
Jackie, tell the truth. Seriously, how did you pay it back? In all honesty.
In those with jokes. I'm telling you, and he called it square in his club. I wouldn't have asked for another $2,000 if we hadn't
What
been
was
square
the
on the first
$2,000 for?
Another 2,000.
That's 3 in total.
And that was like a year later. My second album had come out, and it was.
Oh, you are such a...
No, don't give me such.
Oh,
this
a
is such
schmuck you
This
are.
is a bunch of.
Well, wait a second. Hey, easy.
not
No,
easy.
don't use the S word. Hey, wait.
Jackie
easy.
acts like his second record came out on Epic Records.
Yeah, right.
And he needed another $2,000. What was Rodney supposed to do?
He just asked him for
Has
a loan.
anybody ever asked you to borrow money?
Yes, and I
Then
say
you
no.
either say yes or no. What's
Right.
the
Say
big deal?
no.
What's the big deal?
No,
But you
make
should
it
know
up.
It's not
better.
like I borrowed $2,000 and didn't pay it back. He said no, and what's the big deal?
You should know.
I saw him
He knew he
5
was
years-
going to get it back in jokes.
I want to know what the equation is.
No, what I would have
Jokes
done.
for $1,000.
Seriously, Jack, what I would have done, I would have just given him back the 1,000 cash. The joke thing is separate.
Yeah, that's another
You borrow
deal.
1,000 in cash, you give him back the 1,000 in cash, and then the joke thing is separate. What he buys from you in jokes, he buys from you in jokes.
Jokes was his
What?
idea.
What?
That was.
It was his idea?
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
He wants everything in jokes.
Yeah, in fact, for Wally Sparks, Rodney got paid in jokes.
Jokes. He uses joke currency.
I mean, aren't you a little curious how many,
Joke money.
aren't you a little curious how many jokes equals $1,000?
Yeah. I know in my case, it's,
And I
it's
mean,
less than one.
Wait a minute. You know, because sometimes Jackie will reel off a page of jokes,
Yeah.
and the comedian can only use one, but Jackie figures, oh, I'm just paid.
Boy, oh boy.
Oh, man, Jackie.
Boy, that was a blown relationship.
Man.
20 years ago.
All right. I never heard about it. I always heard about what great
tell us
time.
that story.
I had no.
That's the good story.
I ran into him in Florida like 10 years later and said, "How you doing?" He said, "Yeah, I had a problem. You know, asking me for the $2,000. I was kind of ballsy." I said, "Oh, that was it."
Oh, so you knew the problem.
I never knew that's what everybody that's been with him has had falling out with him.
Jackie, you took a tough morning. You had to confront Rodney, and you did terribly confronting
what a
him.
great
Who's
day.
next?
What a great day.
Who's next?
I don't think anyone could top this.
That's the best.
Wow.
You just outdid yourself.
Comedy fact that Jackie wrote for Rodney. So, I mean, it's
Yeah,
very
but
possible.
you didn't know that Rodney was taking back those jokes for the loan money he had given Jackie.
He financed that. He financed those friggin' records of Jackie's. Wow.
And then when Eddie Murphy asked for the same help, he told him to get away.
Screw off.
All I know is, Jackie, there was some miscommunication between you and Rodney. What exactly went
There
down?
was
Who
no
knows?
miscommunication.
No,
at all.
you two
I asked
had
him
a
to borrow
falling out.
$2,000.
You guys
He
were
said no.
No, but he's mad at you. I mean, it's a shame that you don't pick up that this guy was mad at you. You're out of it. And you're interpersonal
That somehow or
relationships.
other it didn't feel good getting
Who
his
cares what
$1,000 back in jokes.
Yeah. Who cares? Uh-oh. Here comes Rodney.
Oh, my goodness.
Uh-oh, Rodney's back. Here's Rodney. Oh, wait, Rodney's back. Hey, wait, Rodney's back. This is great. Hey, Rodney.
There's a few hundred more things I didn't cover.
All right, uh-oh. Rodney, what's up?
I came back because I heard you're still talking about
Well, this is fascinating to us.
Yeah, well,
It
they'll
is?
draw this
This will
out
be-
for another 2 years.
This will go on for 2 or 3
Yeah.
years.
Oh,
This
my
is
God.
this is
Yeah,
now
right.
legend.
This is legend.
Jesus, how do you like that?
Well, Jackie says he wrote the double bagger joke
That's
for you.
right,
He did.
yes.
He did.
Right.
All right, so he does
But you
get credit.
paid for that one. That wasn't in repayment for the loan.
No, that was a...
That was when
I
we
don't
got
remember any
introduced.
jokes for loans. It was just, a loan and another loan.
Right, right. But this is like the Israelis.
Don't lie about that. Come
No,
on.
this is like the Israelis and the Arabs. The final, what I was trying to say to Jackie, I said, Jackie, the amazing thing is not why Rodney was mad at you, but you don't even know Rodney's mad at
Yeah,
you.
you don't even pick up on
You
it.
don't even pick up on it. You got to be into people. You got to be a people person and realize when somebody's mad
I
at you,
do
especially
understand what a
someone as
people
big as
person-
Rodney.
I understand what a people person you are.
Well, listen.
It's not like
Do I work
we
things
didn't
out?
See each other.
What?
We didn't hang out together.
You're never going to correct all this, I'll tell you that. It's too involved.
It's too involved. I'm going to drop the whole.
See,
damn
that's
thing.
the way it always is with Jackie. It's always complicated.
It's always complicated with Jackie. I try to help the guy. I try to straighten out his mess. It's very difficult.
Well, you're kind. You're kind.
It's unbelievable. But Jackie, listen, he got to work these
Said,
things out
Joe,
for
bail
himself.
me out, will you?
What? What's the
Bail
bailout?
me out, Joe, will you?
Who's Joe?
Who's Joe,
Is
Jackie?
that Joe? I can't see that.
Who's Joe?
Joe was a friend of mine for 50 years.
And he never pissed you off, Joe.
There's no falling out
There's no
here.
falling out there.
No, we have no falling
Just
out.
with
Jackie just
Jackie.
said you fell out with every comedian.
Yeah, Jackie says you fall out with all the comedians.
I have a fight with all of them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Well, my God, really, huh?
I said he had a falling out with Dennis Blair.
Oh, all
You
right.
said he falls out with everybody. That's what you said.
That's the quote.
Okay. That's the quote.
Well, who else am I not friendly with? Comedians?
I said that you were hanging out with Dennis and you had a problem with him, but that had nothing to do with me.
That's right.
Because Gary brought it up before, like it had some kind of connection to me.
Right,
No. You have your own thing going.
You didn't need Dennis to mess it up.
So, Rodney, how are we going to lead this? In other words, you and Jackie now, the past is the past.
Rodney, I love you. I don't care what you say about me.
No.
No.
Rodney don't love you.
I know.
I don't think the love is mutual.
Right.
It's all right. I don't. Good luck, man. We're all just trying to find our way in life.
That's right.
about
That's it.
you know?
And Rodney, clearly you have found yours.
Yeah, I
found
don't know
my
about
way.
Jackie.
You sure
I
did.
found my way.
We don't know about Jackie.
But you came just in time. I wish I was a singer. They got the racket. I mean,
They sure do. You don't
they
have to
got
think of-
Cole Porter writing for him stuff. We got to write our own stuff.
You don't even
Unless
have-
you know Jackie.
Right.
Right.
Singers got it easy. They don't have to loan guys thousands of dollars and get paid back in jokes.
Look what I
Right.
got writing for them. Cole Porter, Irving Berlin. They got great writers.
That's
you know,
true.
for
That's
nothing.
true. And you got to go sit and think of jokes.
That's right. Think of jokes. What are you
Right.
going to do, huh?
Well, listen, it's been a long, hard road because of Jackie, mostly. But, Rodney, you've come through it all beautifully. And everyone go see the great movie, Meet Wally Sparks. That's the point of all this. Rodney, I don't know if it's worked out between you and Jackie, and who cares anyway?
It's all worked out.
It's all worked out. It's one big happy family here.
It's all worked out. Just pay me the money.
You know what? I got $1,000 on me. You want it?
Yeah. Bring out the
Oh, he didn't
$1,000.
give you the
Give
2,000.
Rodney
Give
the
him his
damn
money
1,000
back.
right now. Here it is. Oh, he's reaching in the wallet.
Ball square.
He calls me
Is that
cheap.
American money?
Yeah, let's see. Let me see. Is that joke money? Why don't you just give him a few jokes? Wait, here, you're about to get your money. Hold it a
Thank
second.
God.
This is a miracle.
I got to owe it to you.
Wait a second. Oh, let's see.
I don't have it.
You don't have it? Well, how much you got?
Hold on.
Let me loan you another 1,000.
Yeah, what do you ask Rodney to
Give
lend
me
you?
a pen, Howard.
What?
He's
Oh, you're
gonna
going to write an
write a check?
IOU? That's no good.
No, I'm not going to write a check.
What is that, a check? Oh, yeah. It's going to bounce. Wow. Look at
Stop
this.
with this
want it out
already. I
too,
don't
right?
want no check
Wait, you're going to
from
get
you.
paid right now.
I don't
Jack
want
Roy.
it, man. I don't want it.
You're making it out to who? Jack Roy? No, he goes by Rodney Dangerfield now. Go ahead. Oh, wait, you're going to get paid. This is
I don't
a
want-
miracle.
I don't want
no,
the
no,
money.
this
No,
is-
this is
no, no,
good.
no.
This
This
is
is good.
good.
Don't be modest here.
He should pay his debts,
He
Rodney.
should pay his debts. He owes you $1,000. Let him pay it.
There it is.
I said to him, he borrows 1,000, you pay back the 1,000. There you go.
He's always on
there it
the horn screaming, Welcher, Welcher.
Well, this is very nice. Very nice. But I'm afraid I'm just leaving it here.
You are going to leave it there.
Rodney.
That's all.
That's right.
The autograph will be worth money someday.
Well, anyway, the point is, Rodney's here not to argue with Jackie. He's here to promote
The
his
other
movie.
thing is that great line of Jackie's, why don't they know me?
That's great. That's
Oh, wait,
great.
oh.
That's so Jackie.
That is so not true.
Oh, please.
That is such.
I believe that 100%. 150%.
I'm telling you.
It's
I can hear it.
unbelievable. Yeah.
Am I done again?
I guess so. I don't know. Unless you want to say something.
Stay for the news.
Yeah.
All I know is every man has his tale of woe. Unfortunately, in life, there's more woe than tale.
It's so true and well said.
Did he pay you back?
I don't want to say, pull out a check there. I don't want no money from him, kidding.
Congratulations, Rodney. You've now created legend on this show.
Jesus, Jackie, you really blew that one.